New York has always been my #1 place in the world to visit. When I grew up in Sweden in the 80s, America felt like a wet fantasy. The movies helped paint that picture and made it feel like a different planet than my grey, boring everyday life here in Sweden. I think a lot of people in the world grew up with that view, and even though the world looks different today, that dream has always haunted me and still, up to this day, makes it the first place in the world I would visit. In this guide, I will show you how I would spend my 48 hours in the Big Apple. We would arrive to New York late afternoon, and as soon as we claimed our bags, try and find an Uber or taxi to take us into town. From the window of our Uber ride, New York's skyline would suddenly appear in front of us. This is a moment that I've played up in my imagination so many times in my life that it would now feel almost unreal. If I knew myself, I would even probably shed a tear or two by looking upon the skyline of my city of dreams. As soon as we checked into our hotel, I would more or less just leave the bags and head straight out to set foot upon the one place that more or less paints the picture of New York, Times Square. And believe me when I say that if I didn't shed a tear in the taxi on my way into town, I would most definitely do it now. Just be part of it, being here, just for what it is, with all the people, the tourist traps and the crazy souvenir shops. Everything. I would continue to enjoy my first night as a typical tourist by visiting some stupid souvenir shops and the Disney store as well, as to shoot somewhat 100 pictures and movie clips from this area. When I would finally calm down, I would treat myself to dinner at one of the most iconic tourist traps New York has to offer, the Hard Rock Cafe. However, no shadow shall fall over Hard Rock as a restaurant chain. On the contrary, I have always liked both their concept, and I think that they have served me pretty good food over the years, especially the buffalo wings. But as much as I can see what a waste of time spending one of my 2 only dinners here in the Big Apple in Hard Rock is, sitting down people watching in the middle of Times Square with some heavy metal coated buffalo wings and soak up the atmosphere is just too good for me to ignore, in my opinion. After dinner, we would leave the lively Times Square and set off to the heart of Koreatown and 35 West and 29th Street to spend the evening with some amazing mini-golf and drinks at Swingers. Swingers offers 3 golf courses on each 9 holes in a fantastic atmosphere inspired by Britain in the 20s. The idea started with some pop-up golf in warehouses in 2014 in Shoreditch, London, when Matt Greach-Smith and Jeremy Simmons wanted to test out whether the venue that combined crazy golf with cocktails and street food could be a success. News of the pop-up went viral and the tickets sold out instantly, convincing Matt and Jeremy that Swingers needed to find a permanent home. In 2021, they opened their first US location in Washington, followed by the New York Brunch the year after in 22 in Manhattan. Even though you can just try and show up, pre-booking is recommended. They offer different types of packages starting from $22 for just golf and stretches up to $75 for an evening package including both golf, food and drinks. Since we just had dinner, however, some nice golf followed by some drinks in the bar will do just fine for now. Maybe a lime in the coconut Collins made by Plantation Pineapple Rum that I found on their menu. We would finish the evening off at Katana Kitten. The multi-awarded bartender and icon Masahiro Uroshido's bar is located on 531st Hudson Street and was awarded the 9th best bar in the world in 2022. A pressure that doesn't seem to have had any effect whatsoever on Masahiro that much, since he is famous for working in a calm and gentle way and taking his time with every customer, as well as serving world-class cocktails. Their signatures are set around $20 and offer among others their award-winning Hinoki Martini, the Panda Fizz and a twist on the Amaretto Sour. I would have joined sipping any of those, accompanied by some nightly nibbles in forms of deviled eggs, before it was time to finally set course back to home to the hotel for a well-deserved jet lag sleep. Our second day in the Big Apple starts with a brunch at Wayla. This home-style Thai restaurant serves small, traditional Thai dishes to share in their oasis down in the cellar at 104 Side Street. This looks to me like a perfect way to start our first real holiday in New York. Wayla also are known for their cocktails, which I still think we will skip to be able to stand a long upcoming day. When we finally feel ready to start exploring New York, we would first head to Manhattan to try one of New York's most affordable tourist experiences in form of the Roosevelt Tramway that takes you 250 feet above the city for the price of a subway fare and lets you discover the city with the best view possible. The tram is operating over the East River between Manhattan, Queens and Roosevelt Island. It was built in 1976 and has since then transported over 26 million commuters and tourists with some of the best view New York has to offer for just $2.75, which is the same as a subway ticket. Back in Queens, lunch is approaching and I would now head to the fast food chain that I had never had the opportunity to try before in Europe. We're talking about Popeys' Louisiana kitchen to finally see for myself what their famous chicken sandwich that has caused mass hysteria in the States is all about. Let's just here and now clarify that this is probably one of my top things to do during my stay. That's how much of a fast food nerd I actually am.
Foot is on the gas, my whole crew I help with. I want mine in cash, want it all, I'm selfish. Never gave a fuck, I'm bad, I cannot help this. Caught up in my ways, counting days till I'm fucking out this. Whoa, roll up 20 deep, little homie, build a snap. Like whoa, put 100 down and put us on the map. Like whoa, y'all ain't even know the place I had to go. In my soul, lost a part of me, but I won't lose control.
I will save just enough room in my stomach so that after a short walk in the area, head off to 14th West and 19th Street at 5th Avenue for some of the best donuts New York has to offer in Do Donuts and buy 2 for takeaway. I would personally probably go for the dulce de leche and almond one, as well as their blueberry lemon with tart blueberry lemon glaze topped with a crunchy oat crumble. Order myself some coffee as well for takeaway and head off into Central Park to find a spot to enjoy it. As the afternoon slowly starts to close in on us, before going back to the hotel to get ready for the evening, I would travel for a quick visit to Torst. As the name almost suggests, Torst is Danish for thirst, and it's an ambitious neighborhood bar and restaurant situated in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, boasting 21 draft lines and no less than over 200 bottles on their menu. After relaxing a bit with a marshmallow island porter from Pojala in Estonia and contemplating my day so far, it will finally be time to get back to the hotel to get ready for the upcoming night. We would like to thank you so much for watching our content. We really put our hearts into making it, so it would mean the world to us if you hit that subscribe button, as well as to tell the YouTube algorithm to show us to more people by commenting on our videos, as well as to hit that bell button. We make all sorts of travel related content such as alternative, in-depth city guides, travel vlogs, as well as cruise and travel tips. When it comes to which hotel I would choose for my stay in New York, that would have to depend on the current size of my wallet. Prices on rooms in the Big Apple has since of late skyrocketed, and finding something decent under $200 a night is, at least in my opinion, quite hard. But I have found 2 really good 4-star hotels that both seems like they sometimes show up cheaper than most 3-star hotels within the city. The first one is Civilian Hotel in the heart of New York, set just 700 meters from Radio City Music Hall and Broadway. Except the nice room design, the hotel features a bar with a terrace, a restaurant, as well as a 24-hour guest service and concierge. As a guest of the Civilian, you will also get free entrance to a nearby nightclub. The next one is Hotel Indigo, located on downtown Wall Street close to the September 11th Memorial Museum and somewhat a kilometer away from Brooklyn Bridge. This hotel also has both a restaurant, 24-hour desk service and offers free Wi-Fi. The rooms all have a coffee machine, bathroom with shower and lots of closet space. If I could afford to spend some more, I would book myself my 2-night stay in the Hard Rock Hotel, situated close to Times Square in the big city center. The hotel has everything you can possibly dream of in terms of rooms, bars, restaurants and fitness. After fixing myself enough to look representable, I would head off to the West Village to try the famous and probably best burger in New York City, in the charming Pizza Loves Emily. Emily is located on 35th Downing Street in West Village and is owned and run by Emily and Matt. As the name suggests, Pizza Loves Emily is mostly serving pizza, and some pretty good ones too. However, it is their burger that has given the restaurant its reputation. To be more exact, the Emmy Double Stack Burger with beef, Emmy sauce, caramelized onions, American cheese and pickles on a pretzel bun, served with waffle fries. This heavenly meal will serve as a perfect dinner alongside a Sloop Juice Bomb IPA. After dinner is done, we will head out of Emily's with hopefully just a little bit space still remaining inside of us to end the night in a place that I would probably rate as my #1 must-do on this whole list. We are on our way to Lower Manhattan and 115 Allen Street for yet another world-famous cocktail bar. This one even better, with a ranking this year as the 6th best bar in the whole world. This is Double Chicken Please. Co-founders G.N. Chan and Fei Shen started the concept as a pop-up bar in a Volkswagen van before opening on the Lower East Side. As the name suggests, their bar offers both their famous fried chicken as well as a brand new concept of cocktails. The front room serves chicken and fast-paced tap cocktails. Step into the elegant back room and the liberation takes a twist. Here the cocktails deconstruct and rebuild some iconic dishes into liquid form, such as the Japanese cold noodles, key lime pie, New York beef salad and mango sticky rice, to name a few. What a way to end a perfect day in New York. Just as the hunger starts to set in, the third and last day of our trip would start with a brunch in Greenwich Village at legendary cafe Dante. This iconic Italian landmark opened its doors in 1915 and has since then served as a must-visit neighborhood cafe and bar ever since. In 1971, Mario Flotta Sr. took over the place, and over the course of the next 40 years, community, neighborhood and celebrities alike frequented this cafe for a piece of Italy. Al Pacino, Alec Baldwin, Whoopi Goldberg, Jerry Seinfeld and Bob Dylan were just a few of the famous faces that has passed through. In 2019, the establishment took home the World's Best Bar Award and are still 4 years later in the top 50. Being extremely famous for his selection of Negronis, I would have to order and try a chocolate Negroni alongside my macchiato just to see what the fuss is all about. With a huge brunch menu to choose from, I guess the avocado toast would match pretty well with the smoked salmon and poached egg and the zucchini frittata. After leaving with a full stomach, we would head off to see the Grand Central Station. New York's central hub for trains has been seen in hundreds of movies and is a really must-visit landmark in itself. Situated in Midtown Manhattan, the Grand Central opened its doors in 1913 and has served both subway and long-distance train passengers and commuters since then. From here, we will make 2 quick stops just to see Chinatown and Little Italy before leaving. In London, spending time and eating food in Chinatown is a must, but here a quick stop or contemplating will have to do, since time is about to run out on us. Just before we set off to the airport to start our journey back, there's time for one more lunch, and a pretty damn famous one as well. We will end our time here with some nice pastrami on rye with Doc Brown's cream soda at legendary Katz Delicatessen.
You know you remind me of my G, little mama. Beep beep, little mama. Beep beep, little mama. Pull up on your bumper like I'm in the street, little mama. Beep beep, little mama. Beep beep, little mama. My steez, these hoes love that. We know, like playing 2K, it's on Chico. So fly, cheapo, everywhere we go. Got these freak hoes, over like free throws. You know you remind me of my G, little mama. Beep beep, little mama. Beep beep, little mama. Pull up on your bumper like I'm in the street, little mama. Beep beep, little mama. Beep beep, little mama. And we pulling up to the club and I seen this cutest guy. What's up? Now I got it dancing up on me, keeping that booty man. What's up? Telling me she with it, she ready to get it poppin'. Gotta lick the flow and that thing soaking like. Don't hate me, bro. If the baddest chick could be in the club, choosing me, though, right? That's just how it be, though. Got a wide open boozy collar, shooting free throws, right?
I truly hope that the time will come for me to see New York in real life and make a real amazing vlog and travel guide about it. If you like this content, it would mean the world to us if you would like and share our channel to help us grow. Also write in the comment section what you would like to see us do next. In the end, however, always remember, it is not about the destination. It is what you make of it that counts. Till next time, stay safe.